Hello, it's me, Michael Tic Tac, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to beat Pokemon Legend ZA in all its glory using only shiny Pokemon. And to be more specific, only Pokemon that are green when they sparkle can be used. This means I'll need to enter the Battle Royale and climb through the ranks until I reach rank A, beat up every promotional match trainer that dares to challenge me, and of course, take on every rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon and calm them down. Also, I have added some additional rules that are on the screen now for those who care, and well, let's just jump into it. We begin the adventure taking the train to Lumio City, and upon arrival, we're met with a young lady named Tawny who can eventually offer us our starter Pokemon. But we have two problems here. Problem number one, none of these guys are even green when they're shiny, and problem number two, even if one was, they are shiny locked anyway. However, all is not lost as we can just jump ahead to Wild Zone 1, and it is here where we can actually hunt for our true starter. Okay. So, there is one Pokemon in this area that I can catch. And that Pokemon is Weedle. This guy. But not that one, because it's not shiny. And honestly, all I really need to do is run up and down, over and over again. And eventually, that little bug will be a shiny one. Whoa. Aha! I finally found you, buddy. We're gonna catch you first try with the Pokeball. Premier Ball. You deserve a Premier. Oh, it's a girl. Premier Ball. Perfect. All right, we got our starter for the run. All right, I'm happy with that. We can finally move on. That was a bit annoying to do. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to make this clear from the beginning. I'll be doing most of my hunts on my main game file, and there's a couple reasons for that. The obvious reason is that I do have a shiny charm, so that means shiny odds are just over 1 in 1,000, which will help me with the hunts. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump back to the video. With Queen Bee in the team, we can now take on our first promotional match against Zach, the taxi driver. But before we do that, we need to beat up some trainers in the Battle Royale and earn our Challenger's ticket, which doesn't take very long. And now we can take on Zach. Okay, Zach, I hope you're ready, buddy. I mean, it will be pretty embarrassing if I don't beat you, considering that you don't win any matches. Okay, because I'm only using Beedrill, he's a little bit over leveled. He's level 11 instead of 9, but that's just because he gained levels while fighting. Anyway, let's go Poison Sting. Pin Missile, Growl's a bit annoying. Ooh, Confusion could have hurt. Oh my goodness. Queen Bee just destroyed the Slowpoke. Alright. Pin Missile is not going to be very effective. We're going to go for a Poison Sting. Do we get a Poison? No. Let's go for a Rock Smash. Gust might hurt. Okay, it does hurt a bit. Pin Missile doesn't... Oh, it does get the kill. Alright. Alright. Queen Bee is not messing around. Turns out having a Beedrill this early is kind of broken. Alright, your last Pokemon's a Pikachu, and this thing doesn't stand a chance against Queen Bee. Let's go, Pin Missile. Let's see, how much does this do? Bam! Oh my god, we almost one-shot it. Poison Sting to finish it off, and we smash it. Victory is ours. Why are you looking so shocked for, Zach? You literally lose to every opponent. And with that, we get our first promotion, and we are now rank Y, which is still pretty low, so I'm not too excited about that. But I'll take it. We progress with the story a little bit. We beat up some random karate girl who just calls me out from out of nowhere for no reason, and now we have access to Wild Zone 3. And this zone in particular has the most broken shiny hunting in all of Pokemon. Okay, so I'm sure I don't need to tell you about Wild Zone 3 and how to get shinies in this area. But in case you don't know, all you have to do, and this is honestly broken, is go up here, and now all I'm holding is down on my joystick. That's it. Not pressing any buttons, not power controller, nothing like that, nothing. I'm just holding the down button. And fun fact, using a rubber band, you can just permanently hold down the down button, and I am spawning new Pokemon every time the screen loads. So I'm going to do this probably for like an hour, maximum 2, and we'll come back and see if we can get our shiny goat, because that one is actually a green shiny. And well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a success. There she is, our beautiful shiny goat. Stand this ball, please. Don't make it difficult for anyone. Beautiful. She stays in the ball, and we have ourselves a Skiddo. We continue with the story, and we meet up with Detective Emma, who asks if we can help her with some detective work. And yeah, I may have agreed to do that for some reason. So we deal with the Alpha Bunny, get this lady's ring back from the Sableye, and then finally trade my Pikachu for a Heracross, which is a pretty sweet deal in my opinion. We return to Emma, and we beat up her poor Mareep, and then get some intel on our next promotion match against Ivonne. Although, before we do take on Ivonne, there are a couple more encounters I want to get, which will add some insane power to the team. Okay, so the hunt that I want to go for is this little thing here, the Cleffer. And the easiest way to do this is to run to the corner around here, and then run back. And as you see, it will reappear. I can run back again. And it disappears. I run back again. It comes back. And realistically, I'm just going to do this over and over again for a little bit. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. But you know what? It is what it is. And just wish me luck. Okay, guys. Looks like we had a successful hunt. Actually, I should crawl. This thing is very skittish. Because, as you can see, that sparkling, beautiful Cleffer there is mine for the taking. It didn't take too long, actually. For once, this didn't take too long. Premier Ball. I need to get more of those. Let's go. Let's catch you first try, hopefully. And we get the Cleffer. That is huge. That is actually really huge because I can make that thing love me pretty quickly and then buy a Moonstone. So I think that's what I'm going to do now, actually. So let's go do that. But we ain't done just yet, as there is one more shiny I want to add to our ranks. Okay, so our next hunt is a bit of a fan favorite, and it is... where are you, little fella? Eevee. There we go. Honestly, there's no real way to despawn this one quickly that I am aware of. So what I'm going to do is sit on this bench on and off to keep resetting the spawns over and over again. I do have a power controller, which does help. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So wish me luck for this hunt, guys. Okay, guys, take a look at this. That's right. That is an Eevee. And we are going to catch this little fella. Oh, it's a girl. That's even rarer. Eevees are usually guys. Let's use a Premier Ball because I just want to. Bam, back shot. Do we get you? First try, baby. And Eevee joins the team. Now that we have two new additions, my next job is to spend some quality time with both Lucamine and Scarlet, going for walks and coffee dates until they both love me enough to evolve. Lucamine is first to evolve, becoming a Clefairy who is still a little bit weak right now. Then it's Scarlet, who evolves into a beautiful green Espeon, and she means business. From here, I head to the Stone Emporium, as we can just purchase a Moonstone for Lucamine, and you don't have Moonstones yet. Well, this is awkward. Okay, not having a Moonstone for Lucamine is a bit of a problem, but I'm pretty sure if I go here, this item here is a Moonstone. And it is. Okay, crisis averted. You know what, let's just use it straight away. Why not? With the Moonstone, Lucamine can evolve into a Clefable, becoming a real powerhouse for the team. Now we wait until night falls, beat up some trainers in the Battle Royale, and then obtain our Challenges ticket so we can take on Ivonne. Hey ladies and gentlemen, just quickly, if you are enjoying the video and you want to show some love to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like and click that subscribe button below. Thank you. Okay, it is officially time to take on Ivonne. And she should be down. There she is. She's down there. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tic Tac versus Ivonne. Although, this should be a pretty straightforward fight with the team that I've got. Alright, the plan is having Queen Bee to take out a 2 fairy Pokemon with his Poison Sting. Right, and I'm pretty sure Queen Bee, she can do that, right? Let's just see how we go. Alright, Poison Sting. Fake Tears is a bit annoying. Okay, doesn't do as much as I'd like. But we'll just follow up with a couple of other moves. One more Poison Sting. And Spritzy is dead. Alright, once again, Poison Sting. Charm's annoying, but that's okay. We'll go Pin Missile. Ooh, not as much. Aerial Ace. Cool. Alright, Poison Sting again. Big hit. Alright, alright. time to bring in your ace. I don't want to go home a loser. I want to go home a winner. Well, that's too bad for you, eh? All right, and now I'm just going to bring in Espeon. I feel like Espeon's just going to make short work. Let's go Scarlet. The Reflect, was that a Reflect? Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Go for a Swift as well. One more Side Shock should finish this off. Infestation is a little bit scary, but we get the win. And bye-bye, Vivillon. Don't look shocked. I absolutely dominated you. I didn't win? Great. Now I feel awful. And I don't even care about that. And with that victory, we are now rank X, baby. The next morning, we're forced to take on Naveen, although Queen Bee and Lusamine can just work together and are too powerful for his team, deleting one Pokemon after another, embarrassing Naveen in front of his friends. Rotom then comes out and lets us know about our next opponent, Zavi. There's not much more to do now, except wait until night falls and then get ourselves another Challenger's ticket. So we beat up some more trainers, get our promotion ticket, before making our way to Zavi. Okay, time to take on Zavi and his Furfrou, which could be a little bit of a menace, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so he's going to start with the Venipede, and I'm hoping Scarlet can just one-shot it with a Side Shock before it can even do anything. It will be annoying if it gets its spikes out, but yeah. Actually, does it even have spikes? I think it does, yeah. Alright. One-shotted, dead, perfect, and you might have noticed that everyone's level 22 now. I may have edged them. Let's go for a Bite here. Oh my goodness, you know what? Bite does decent damage. I'm happy with that. And then Side Shock, dead. I could have gone for a Side Shock because it targets a defense stat. So that probably still would have done alright. We'll go Side Shock again. More spikes. He loves his spikes. Oh my goodness. Scarlet is absolutely running through his team right now. This can't be right. You're too strong for rank X. Well, buddy, I agree with you. Now, Furfrou is a little bit of a menace, right? So I'm going to bring in Clefable. Beautiful. Takedown. We're going to Charm you straight away, if I can. Well, I went for a Draining Kiss. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Let's Charm. We did. Disarming Voice. Side Shock. Alright, Beedrill, come in. Beedrill, come in. Beautiful. Brick Break it. Brick Break and end its life. Okay, that was actually much easier than I thought it'd be, to be honest. And with that win, we are now rank W. The next morning, Lido forgets her things and AZ asks if we can deliver them to her, which then somehow ends up with us having to battle her. But calling this a battle is a slight exaggeration, as Betty can run through her team like the goat she is. Rotom then shows its face and then gives us details on our next opponent, Rintaro. And with not much else to do right now, we head straight to the Battle Royale and we bully some more trainers until we've acquired enough points to get another Challenger's ticket. With our ticket in hand, we head to the restaurant where Rintaro works and we take him on. Here we go. Tic Tac versus Rintaro, and there can only be one winner in this match. Okay, Queen Bee should be able to take out the Semi-Sage pretty comfortably. Right, we've got a pretty good type advantage against this Grass Monkey, so I'm confident about this. So we'll start off with a Poison Sting. How much do we... Oh, he protects. That's okay. Pin Missile. Bam, bam, bam. Aerial Ace. And now, honestly, Lusamine, I feel like it's just going to sweep through the rest of the team. So Simipour was expected. I'm going to go for a Magical Leaf. How much is this going to do? Oh, it protects. That's okay. We'll go for a Draining Kiss then. Decent. We'll wait for the... Magical Leaf to come back. We'll go for it. Perfect. We'll go for another Draining Kiss. How much is this going to do? Good damage. Happy with that. I'm going to go for a Moonlight, actually. Heal up. Beautiful. And now one more Magical Leaf. He protects. Okay, that's fine. Draining Kiss then. Nice, nice. All right, in comes the Simicia. And now we've got Bubble Beam, so this should do some decent damage. Protects. Of course it does. All right, I'll Moonlight. Flame Wheel doesn't hurt too much, thankfully. Draining Kiss, this is not going to do much, is it? That's okay. Bubble Beam, how much is this doing? Okay, Bubble Beam does good damage. We're pretty comfortable. Lusamine just going to Drain Kiss again. We're going to Bubble Beam and probably end the fight. Is this going to end it? No, he protects. Okay. The monkey wants to prolong his pain. Each to their own, I guess. Draining Kiss. Bubble Beam, surely you're dead now. Surely you're dead now. You are dead now. And see you later, monkey. After another dominant display, we are now rank V. We exit the restaurant and we're approached by dog form Zygarde, who wants us to chase after him. After a short run, we find ourselves on top of a building with an Absol barely standing in front of us. AZ then makes an appearance and sends his Lucario up to give me a Megarine and even lets me Mega Evolve his Pokemon to take on the rogue Mega Evolved Absol. Lucario then starts unleashing on the Absol, and in no time at all, the Absol is defeated and we have our first rogue Mega Fight victory under our belt. Absol wants to join my team, but he ain't a green shiny, so no thanks mate. The next morning, Tawny wants to face off against us, so we give her her wish. Alright Tawny, show me what you've got. I'm actually just hoping a plus Bubble Beam from Lusamine just one-shots the pig. It may not, and I can just Side Shock if it doesn't. Or Draining Kiss. Yeah, I don't care about that. Plus Bubble Beam, what's this doing? Not quite. Alright, let's just go for a plus Draining Kiss then. Okay, that does get the kill. I'm going to bring Queen Bee in because I know Bayleaf is coming in. Yep, as expected. We're going to go for Pin Missile. Does this just kill it? It almost does. Alright, Poison Sting. Easy. And now I'm going to bring Lusamine back in for Manectric because you know what? I know that it's going to Mega Evolve and I think Lusamine might be able to handle it. Okay, Manectric has Mega Evolved. Let's see if it can do anything. Let's go for a Side Shock. Bam. Alright, let's go for a Moonlight now. Do we heal in time? Beautiful. Okay, Draining Kiss. Oh, I should be plussing my moves, eh? Alright, let's go for a Side Shock again. Okay, I need to, are you gonna do anything, Lusamine, or sweet? Draining Kiss plus Draining Kiss, come on. Big hit, oh, almost. Okay, we're gonna go for a Moonlight. Do we get the Moonlight off in time? We do, all right, and Side Shock to end it. Oh, well, you tried your best, Manectric. You managed to beat me when I used my Mega Evolution? That's incredible. It really isn't that incredible. Vinnie reaches out and wants to meet Tawny and I, so we arrive at the building and a couple of the Dene want to throw hands. So I bring in Betty and she can deal with them both until Vinnie finally shows himself. We speak with Vinnie and because of how well I dealt with the rogue Mega Absol, he gives me a pretty dodgy deal. Basically, if we beat him in a promotion match, we will shoot up the ranks and go all the way to F rank. Pretty much proving that it's not what you know, it's who you know. Okay, now before we take on Vinnie, I actually want to go on another hunt in Wild Zone 8. And what I'll be looking for is this boy here. Well, not this one, a green one. I might just catch everything in here first, clear that out. And then after that, because we might get an alpha one, and I kind of want an alpha one if we can snag that. And then after that, I'm just going to have to do the fly reset, and I'll just be flying here over and over again until eventually we get one of those green shiny Machops. Right, you can't make this up. I haven't even started shiny hunting, and listen to this. Now, unfortunately, it's not the one I was looking for. It's a drill ball, but I will always catch a shiny Pokemon. They're always useful to have. Sweet.
3 hours later.
Okay, it's night. It's raining. I'm wet and miserable, but on the bright side, if we go inside, what do we see there? That's right. We finally got our golden boy. Stand the ball, please. Okay, nice. First try. Okay, I know when you look at him, you're like, oh, well, that's not a green shiny. But trust me, once he evolves, this little fella's going to turn green. And he won't even be a little fella anymore. This big fella will turn green. Come on, buddy. You can keep up. You can keep up. Oh, he's not going to make it, is he? He's not going to make it. With the Hulk in our squad, we can focus on leveling him up to a Machoke, and then using my original switch, I trade him over, getting him to evolve into a 4-armed beast. Next in my mind is the F rank promotion, so we take on the trainers in the Battle Royale, and eventually claim ourselves a Challenger's ticket to take on Vinnie. Betty can also evolve now, so we do that, and she can reach her final form. From here we waste no more time, and we head to the Battle Arena to take on Vinnie. Alright ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. The match against Vinnie for the promotion to F rank. Okay, honestly, I think this is going to be a sweep for the Hulk. I'm just going to be plus brick breaking my way through every single Pokemon, and I genuinely think that's just going to be enough. Look at our big green boy. Alright, let's go. Let's see. We go plus brick break. Bam. Okay, get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Houndoom didn't stand a chance. Canari, okay. You literally just sent it to its death. I'm not even gonna... Okay, that... What did it do there? Raining Kiss? How's Canari causing me more of a problem than the Houndoom? Alright, well, maybe the Hulk will not be sweeping after all. Sharpedo, I'm definitely gonna plus Brick Break this thing. Let's go. Bam. Okay, get out of the Whirlpool. Alright, maybe the Hulk won't be sweeping today. Alright, here we go. Mega Dramper. How come he gets a cool Mega Stone in his glove and mine has to be on my wrist? You know what? You come in, Lucamine. We're going to go plus Draining Kiss. What's this going to do? Decent damage. Alright, we'll go for the Psyshock. Not bad. We'll go for the Moonlight, even though we don't really have much health to heal. Decent. Plus Draining Kiss again. How much is this going to do? Big damage. We go for the Psyshock. Yeah, we're comfortably winning this. Bubble Beam, just for the sake of it. Yeah, I didn't expect it to do much. Okay, plus Draining Kiss to finish off the Dramper, and it does. And we have now defeated Vinnie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we skyrocket all the way up the rankings, heading to rank F, which is pretty insane. With the new promotion comes new responsibilities, and now we're in charge of taking on rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon that appear in the city. The first set of Megas that we need to deal with are the Mega Slowbro, the Mega Camerupt, and then finally a Mega Victory Bell. But first, let's grab another encounter. Okay, so my next hunt is Scraggies, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, should be 5 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And honestly, the best way to do this is to try and knock them all out at the same time. So I'm going to try and do that now. Okay, so I've just knocked them all out at the same time. So now I'm going to put a timer on my phone. These take 5 minutes. And then basically, I'm going to save it right before the 5-minute mark. And then I'm just going to keep reloading my save file over and over again until one of them becomes shiny. Okay, so after soft resetting a few times, there is our shiny. Get in the ball. Being protected by a few of his friends, but they couldn't do anything as I kidnap him from his family. But he's going to live a better life, I promise. The father, where is the father? It is the father chasing me down. Buddy, he's mine. Forget about him. That's right, go protect the rest of your family. Alright, let's take a look at you, Scraggy. Oh, you literally look no different. Honestly, I can't even tell the difference. But anyway, you're with me now, so that's all that matters. Alright, time to deal with the Rogue Megas. Starting with the Rogue Mega Slowbro, and well, this was nothing more than a training session for Betty. Using her plus moves, she can do pretty good damage, and with her Giga Trains, she can heal herself up. When it does throw out its Whirlpools, they're very slow and predictable, making this a free fight, and we can end it pretty quickly. Before we take on the Camerupt, Tarragon wants to test our strength, and one of his workers take us on in a battle. But the Hulk makes short work of both the Tynamo and the Numel, pretty much wasting my time. Atop the roof we go, and we find our rogue Mega Evolved Camerupt, and the Hulk starts things off, slowly chipping away at this angry camel. Once he gets low, I bring in Lucamine, who has a quite effective plus move Bubble Beam, which does some pretty good damage. Because of this, she can just stay in and eliminate the Camerupt from the field. Last is the Mega Victory Bell, and this is Scarlet's time to shine. Plus move Psybeams and Confusions deal solid damage to the overgrown plant, and on top of that, we can Moonlight when we're running low on health to stay healthy. After a short time, we can deliver the final blow and get the win, and more importantly, a Victory Bell Light. With that all done, we head to the hotel to rest up, but we're followed by Zygarde, who wants to have a battle. Lucamine is a perfect matchup for the dog, and well, actually it's technically a dragon, not a dog. Anyway, she can finish him off with ease. He then hands over a pebble, and for some reason we decide to keep it with us. We make it inside the hotel, and Rotom gives me information on my next opponent, Canari. And Naveen is having a mini crisis at the thought of me taking her on. But we need info on how to find her, and he agrees to help us out if we can defeat him in a battle. So the Hulk can come in and make quick work of his underdeveloped Pokemon, forcing him to spill his guts on what to do. So first thing, we need a challenger's ticket. So we enter the Battle Royale, beat up some more trainers, and then claim our ticket. Then from here, all we have to do is attend this live quiz event, answer some pretty simple questions we receive, and then beat up her super fan in a battle, which is a piece of cake for the Hulk. Now we can go to take on Canari, but Tarragon once again is in my way, so we need to defeat him first. Alright Tarragon, show me what you got, buddy. I'm thinking the Hulk and Betty should be able to take this team out, right? That's what I think. You know what? I should probably start off with Betty. Oh, you know what? The Hulk's out. We'll just leave the Hulk in. Let's go. Ice Punch. Bam. Brick Break. Let's go. Big Brick Break. Get out of the spike, so that's a bit annoying. Heavy Slam. That's fine. Let's go for an Ice Punch again. Oh, we get the freeze. Okay, finish him off. Thank you very much. All right, who's next? Diggersby. All right, easy. This is a plus Brick Break, and this is dead twice. Oh, I didn't get the plus one off. But we get an Ice Punch off just in time, so it doesn't matter. And now it's Exadrill. And this thing's got a Mega, and it looks awesome. Alright, Mega Exadrill. Let's go. Let's go straight for a Big Break. Swords Dance is a bit scary. Alright, Ice Punch. Dig. Bring Betty in for a dig. You should be able to take that. Alright, now you come back out. Alright, that's fine. You come back out, and you go for a Brick Break, and just end it. Alright, thank you very much, Tarragon. Okay, now let's drag Canari out of a gaming room. Actually, let's evolve Paramore first. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Tic Tac versus Canari, and let's just teach this streamer a thing or two about Pokemon battling. Okay, so I am thinking that Betty should be able to do a lot of damage on her own, and I've got a couple of backup options if needed. So Helio-Isk is not too big of a deal, I don't think, but we'll see. Alright, Betty, start off with a Giga Drain. Now bulldoze it. You didn't bulldoze? Okay, let's go for a Mud Shot. Let's go for a plus Horn Leech. Bam, and we get that sweet health back. Who's next? Ampharos, okay. We're going to go for a Giga Drain. Oh, no, we'll go for a Bulldoze again. Okay, let's go for a Giga Drain then, because of the Cotton Guard. Let's go plus Horn Leech. How much is this doing? Good damage. Bulldoze again. Nice. You know, we'll go for a Giga Drain. I should have gone for a Giga Drain to get some health back, but that's okay. Stunk Fist. Okay, this will be one-shotted by a grass move, surely, right? Horn Leech. Bam. Okay, not even close. Giga Drain. That's okay. We're going to go for one more Horn Leech if we can get it off. Horn Leech. Bam. Nice. Okay, just one more left. And it is the Electros. Okay, here we go, guys. Mega Electros. You know what? This thing's actually green. I should probably grab one after this now, eh? It makes sense. Let's go for the Horn Leech. Bam. Let's go for the Giga Drain. Nice. Let's go for a Mud Shot, I guess. Bam. Let's go for a Bulldoze. Okay, let's go for a plus Horn Leech. Oh, we don't get it off. That's okay. You know what? Paramore, come and have some fun. Let's go for the dig. Let's go for a dig. How much is this going to do? You're going to dig today? Wow. Okay, did decent damage. Let's Brick Break it and end this fight. Easy as that. Another victory for Tic Tac. And now, we are officially promoted to Rank E. Back at the hotel, Vinnie has given us some more Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon to deal with, and this time, it's a Mega Beedrill, then it's a Mega Hawlucha, and then last of the bunch is a Mega Banette. This is also the part of the game where Tawny shows us how to Rotom Glide, which is technically a hop, and this opens up the map to new areas. But before we can continue with the story, I have some hunts I want to do. Okay, so now that we've got the Victory Bell Mega Stone, I want to try and get a Bellsprout. So one of these fellas will do. So to do that, I'm just going to sit on this bench, or yeah, over and over again for a little while. And then hopefully when I come back from the gym, we will have ourselves a shiny Bellsprout. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. Okay, so I'm back from the gym, all bulked up, and we have a winner. We have a Bellsprout, a golden Bellsprout. That is going to be green soon-ish. Sweet. All right, we got the Bellsprout. Also, because we can purchase an Electro Site with our new Mega Shards, it only makes sense to get another Green Shiny. Okay, so now that we can actually get the Mega Stone for Electros for beating Canari, I did the bench method, so I sat on these benches here for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like 6 hours while I was away. So let's see if we get lucky. Okay, no shiny, no shiny. Okay, Alpha Shiny Sharpedo, but that's not what I want. Oh, we got one, nice. Here we go. Dynamo, perfect. Beautiful. I do kind of want to catch the Alpha and the normal one as well, actually, while I'm here. So, can I catch you? Okay, no, you want to dodge me? Beautiful. Now, that Sharpedo might be a little bit tricky. What? How did that even miss? What is going on here? All right, there we go. How did the first two miss? Okay, we get the Sharpedo. That's actually pretty neat. But cool. Let's continue on. With the new additions to the team, the time has now come for us to take on the rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. The first one I want to face is the Mega Hawlucha, who has a pretty epic Mega Evolution. But even so, this is a fairly comfortable battle for Scarlet. She just uses her plus move Psybeams and Confusions to deal solid damage to the bird, and then she can Wish and Morning Sun to continue to heal herself throughout the fight. Eventually she can land the final blow on the Hawlucha and we get the win. Next is the Mega Banette, and I did not really have a solid option for this one, so I bring in the reliable Betty, and she can come in and slowly chip away at the ghost with Horn Leeches and Bulldozers. This was a bit of a slog, but after a while, our goat can secure the victory on the rampaging ghost. Last is the Mega Beedrill, but before we take on the Queen Bee Imposter, Fangs is now able to evolve into Electric, but we're not done yet as I give our eel a Thunderstone, and now it becomes a powerful Electros who can also Mega Evolve. The rogue Mega Evolved Beedrill is firmly on my mind now, so I let Scarlet take charge in this battle. I was honestly expecting this to be a struggle due to the type disadvantage, but it turns out that Beedrill is kinda weak, even when Mega Evolved. Back at the hotel, my Rotom then gives me some details on my next opponent, Ivore from the Fist of Justice. So I go to the battle zone, take on some trainers, and then get my hands on a challenger's ticket so I can take him on. But upon my arrival, only Jessie is there, and her team of fighting Pokemon barely count as a warm-up as we obliterate them in a fight. Ivor then comes into the dojo screaming for Gwen, which obviously didn't work. But because she is missing, he can't battle me as he's worried, so we decide to help him find her with the aid of Detective Emma. Also, for some reason, we end up fighting Canari again, although she is still pretty weak compared to my green team, so it was no issue at all. Eventually we make our way to the underground sewers so we can continue our search for Gwen. After some time we do find her, and of course, she wants a battle. Alright Gwen, let's battle. Alright, the plan is to kind of use Paramore for this fight, and she should be able to clear through most of the team, maybe all of them. We'll see how we go. But a plus Crunch should one-shot a Banette for sure, right? Plus Stab Crunch. Let's see. Heal Block. Okay, we get the one-shot, which is nice. I don't care if a Heal Block came off or not, to be honest. Okay, the Pumpkin's next. I've got Ice Punch on him. On her, sorry. Let's go for that. Nice. Let's go for a plus Crunch. Bam. Okay, doesn't quite get the KO, but the Rock Tomb does. Okay, so far Paramore is holding her own. I actually don't mind this one. This one looks pretty cool. Alright, are you going to protect? We're going to go for a dig. See what happens. It does protect, which means we get the dig off. Let's go for a plus Crunch. How much is this doing? Oh, big damage. Let's go plus Rock Tomb. We don't get the Rock Tomb off because we stayed in the fire like an idiot. You can come in and finish it off with a Liquidation, I guess. Beautiful. With that win secured, we can head back out and finally take on our true opponent, Ivore. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Tic Tac versus Ivore. Alright, so right off the bat, he's got Heracross, and I think a Fire Punch followed up by, something else should kill it. Hopefully. From the Hulk. We'll see. We'll find out very soon. Too bad it's not a plus move. Fire Punch. Bam. Okay, and let's go for a big break. Big damage. Now, I'm going to bring Lusamine in straight away, actually, because the Hulk took more damage than I'd like. Medicham is actually not a problem at all. Let's go for Dazzling Gleam. Okay, fine. Let's go plus Draining Kiss then. Bam. All right, we're going to go Moonlight. Heal up. Sweet. And then we're going to go plus Draining Kiss. Get the KO. And Lucamine is toying with his team. My champ. Okay, I'm going to go plus Dazzling Gleam. Does this KO? Hopefully. Bulk up. Okay, that's not a problem. You can bulk up. I'm going to go Draining Kiss. Sweet. And here's the Mega Phalanx. It looks pretty cool. I don't mind it. Let's go plus Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, it does have Iron Head. Oh my goodness, Draining Kiss. Oh my goodness. We eat the Iron Head and then we just destroy it. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ranked up, and now we are rank D. The next morning, we notice that Tawny is missing, and it turns out that she owes some serious money to the Rust Syndicate, so naturally, I have to save her. Well, not quite yet, as there is a new zone available, and I want a new shiny. Okay, so our next hunt takes us to Wild Zone 14, and I am looking for this guy, or this guy, well yeah, just one of those two. And the best way to do that, unfortunately, is to actually, there's no real bench method here. So it's kind of like a manual method. And I just have to fly over and over again by doing this, doing that. And then, yeah, that's it. It loads. Do this, do that. It loads. Now, I'm just going to do this probably for 20 to 30 minutes. Then I'll check, because the shiny's saved, so it doesn't matter. And every time I'm doing this, it's resetting. And yeah, so I've been fast traveling a fair bit. And you see that big alpha Aron right there? It hasn't moved. It has respawned for about 10 times, I reckon. Or maybe not 10, maybe about 7. So it's making me think that it's not changing. So if that's the case, is he shiny? He doesn't look shiny at all. And because he's alpha, alphas have red eyes. Right? He's a shiny? Well, thank you. Oh, she's a shiny. My apologies. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. I've been like an idiot. Just fast traveling over and over. And I could see it. And I'm just like, why is that alpha not despawning? Well, the answer to that is because it was a shiny alpha. Oh, that is nuts. That is actually so cool. I mean, it looks identical, almost, besides the red eyes. I think that's what made me not think it was shiny, was because it was an alpha and the red eyes at the same time. But yeah, okay, we got our shiny girl. Wasting no time, I evolved the Aron twice, and now we have Titan in a true form, which is both massive and glorious at the same time. Next on the agenda is helping Tawny, so we confront the guards at the entrance of the Rust Syndicate base, and then defeat them in a Pokemon battle with ease. After dealing with a small fry, one of the big dogs come out, wanting to play. Alright, Mr. Philippe, show me what you got, buddy. Alright, so the plan is to just lead with Titan from the get-go, Mega Evolve, and then see how much damage she can do before she needs to either dies or switch out. Alright, Titan, let's go. Did I check my Mega Gauge? Can I even Mega Evolve? Okay, we can. Sweet, that's perfect. There she is, a big girl. Alright, Fire Punch. Bulldoze. Bam, Brick Break. Bam. Alright, let's go for an Ice Punch now. Okay, Fire Punch. Can you do it? You sure can. Alright, not the greatest start because we did take some damage. But we should be able to outlast a Scizor. Fire Punch. Okay, we easily outlast a Scizor. Skarmory does have Drill Run, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there it is, the Mega Skarmory, which looks so cool, I'm not going to lie. Fire Punch. Bam, Ice Punch. Can we get that off? Okay, we can't Bulldoze. Let's go for one more Fire Punch. We don't get it off in time. That's alright. You know what? The Hulk can finish this off for us. Let's go. Fire Punch. See you later, Skarmory. Mr. Philippe then escorts me into the building, and we can meet his boss Corbeau for the first time. He offers us a deal to clear the 1 million worth of interest that Tawny owes, but only an idiot would go for that. Lighter, did you just hear what I said? Okay, it looks like we're the idiots. Back at the hotel, we have a strategy meeting as there are some new rogue Mega Evolutions to help out. And by help out, I mean beat them to a pulp until they faint. Mega Barbacle is first up, and it is Betty the Goat who can shine in this fight with her super effective plus grass and ground moves, defeating it in no time at all. Next is Mega Mortwile, and I just let Betty take care of this monstrosity as well, and to my surprise, she was able to handle the Steel Fairy reasonably well. She can just chip away at it and then heal herself with Synthesis when she gets low, securing another win over a rogue Mega Pokemon. Last is the Mega Ampharos, and Gwen seems to be plotting something nearby, so we approach her and we find ourselves in a battle. Paramore is not phased though, and she can clear through her team on her own, defeating her for the second time now. This allows us to take on the Mega Ampharos, and well, I just let Betty go for the hat trick, giving her the lead once again. And just like the previous two, she can outlast the Electrical Dragon with her plus moves and healing when things get dicey. And after a while, she sends the Ampharos to its coffin. We return to the hotel, and Corbeau has finally got some jobs for us to pay off Tawny's debt. So we start off by clearing out a bunch of Gangers and Ghastlies that are haunting this guy's rental property. Next we smash some Mega Crystals that have built up within the sewers, as it could potentially cause some blockages. Then the last task we have to do is defeat these two SPC trainers who are harassing these children. Thankfully, they're both pretty simple to deal with, and we can defeat them. Corbeau and I then hear some commotion going on close by, so we decide to investigate the situation. It turns out that a bunch of rowdy people are harassing Jet, the CEO, as they believe that she is the cause of all the Pokemon moving into the city and the reason why the wild zones are in place. Then this guy thinks he's tough, offering out Corbeau and I in a battle, and well, we literally double team his poor Pokemon, giving him no chance at all. The crowd then clears and we can head back to the hotel. Corbeau then reaches out as he wants to meet up with me alone, but before I head over to his office, I go to the battle zone, beat up some more trainers, and obtain a challenger's ticket, because I know I'll need it. I arrive at the base, and as agreed, Corbeau does clear the debt, which was incredibly easy to do. He then wants to have an all-out battle with me, and wouldn't you know it, my Rotom phone comes out, letting me know that he is my next match to get my promotion. So let's not waste any more time. Alright, here we go. Time to take on Corbeau, the leader of the Rust Syndicate. Alright, so the plan is pretty simple. I'm leading with Scarlet, and I should be able to Psychic the Arbok out of existence, right? I mean, that's my hope. So we're going to go for... Am I going to plus it? No, I'll do a plus one, just in case. Why not? Plus Psychic. Okay, we do get the one shot. I'm going to bring in Fangs. I know Gyarados is coming in, but we are Toxic, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, let's go for the Wild Charge. There. We do one-shot it. Okay. The Hulk is going to come in to take on the Roserade, I think. I think he's got a somewhat okay matchup. Okay, you know what? Synthesis is annoying, but one more Fire Punch. Bam, dead. And now Titan can come in. Look at that big green girl. She ain't messing around. She is massive. Okay, calling a girl massive is probably not the nicest thing to say, but you know what I mean. Scolipede has a pretty awesome Mega Evolution too, and it ain't no slouch, but it's just unfortunate that it has to come up across... Oh, Protect, that's okay. Just unfortunate it has to come up against my Titan. Ironhead. Bam. Okay, Fire Punch. And we eliminate the bug. Easy as that. And with that win, we rank up all the way to rank C, baby. Later that night, Corbeau comes into the hotel and wants to stay the night. Apparently, he was so happy with the service the next morning that he gives Tawny a very generous tip, and I don't even want to think about what she had to do to get a tip like that. But regardless, she can now pay Mr. Philippe, and she is officially debt-free. Aza then starts handing out Mega Rings like they're candy, giving one to Naveen, and even Lyda, who doesn't even have a Pokemon who can Mega Evolve. They both want to test themselves against me, which really would just be a waste of my time, but I head to the battle court anyway. Lyda is first up, so I Mega Evolve Fangs and show her just how hopeless her team really is against me, obliterating her Pokemon one by one until she has none left. Naveen is next, so this time I lead with Scarlet, who can one-shot his Spider with a Psychic. Then Lusamine comes in and can eliminate the rest of his team, including his lame, non-shiny Mega Evolved Scrafty with her fairy moves. We all go for a coffee and we're greeted by a green-haired stranger named Labane, who is from the SBC, which seems to shock everyone except me. Her boss lady Jacinthe has invited Tawny and myself to attend an event, and well, she does kind of threaten us if we decided not to go, which is not very nice. And then for some reason we need a battle of Florges with a Mega Evolved Pokemon that will allow us to access the more classy attire in the game, but I prefer what I'm wearing now, so I'm going to change back. We arrive at the hotel, which is definitely a little fancier than Hotel Z, and we can see a bunch of lower ranked trainers that I've embarrassed in my run already. Lady Jacinthe then wants to put us all in a tournament, which will be light work for me, but Tawny gets a call from Vinnie, and we need to ditch the event to help out with some more rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. And let's just say, Leanne was not happy at all about this. First up is a Mega Altaria, so this was perfect for Lucamine to deal with, and after no time at all, our green-eared fairy has slayed the Cloudy Dragon. Mega Frostlass is next up, and countered well by Paramore, so our green pants wearing Rockstar can eliminate the Icy Ghost from the field. Last is the Mega Venusaur, and this time it's Scarlet, who does some devastating damage with the plus move Psychics and Psybeams, while healing when needed, defeating the oversized Toad. Yeah, I'm kinda over these rogue Mega battles to be honest. Back at the hotel we go, but Jacinthe has locked us in her purple zone, and now we have to face Leanne, who looks like she's been possessed right about now. Alright Leanne, show me what you've got. And she looks pretty mean, she looks pretty serious, but let's see if that's just all show. Probably will be. Okay, Noivern, that is easy work for Lucamine. Lucamine loves seeing Noivern. We're just gonna Ice Beam this, right? Ice Beam. Okay, the Super Fang hits, but that's okay. Oh, alright, Draining Kiss. I thought it was gonna one-shot, it didn't one-shot, and now we are in a bit more trouble than I originally thought we'd be. Guard Chomp, that's fine. I'm gonna Draining Kiss again. Bam, okay, Moonblast now. Ouch, Iron Head does hurt. We're on 3 HP. Maybe this wasn't going to be as easy as I expected. I'm going to switch out. Let's bring in, yeah, the Hulk's going to come in. He's going to eat the Rock Slide like it's nothing. Go for a Brick Break, then Ice Punch it. Oh, he survived. All right, Bulldoze then. All right, the dinosaur was a little bit bulkier than I expected, but that's okay. She literally looks insane, and I kind of like it. I don't know why. I shouldn't, but I do. Scraggy's Mega Evolution's okay. You know what? Paramore, come in. It's trying to go for a Protect. That's fine. Let's go for a Dig. Oh, Dig and then Zen Headbutt. Oh, you stuffed Protect up. Beautiful. Zen Headbutt. Bam. All right, Ice Punch. Okay. Sludge Bomb gets the KO, but you know what? I'm gonna... What are you even doing in my team here? Drill Run. That's what you're doing. Bam. That's what you're doing. I'm wondering, what's Queen Bee doing here? She's there to finish off the Dragalge. Yeah, you look disappointed. Don't put your thumbs up at me. After the fight, Rotom then lets me know that Jacinthe is my next opponent, so we have to head to the hotel regardless. We return to the hotel where the tournament is being held, but before we can take on the host, we have some smaller fish to fry. Canari is first up, and Betty can team up with Erica, absolutely dominating her electric Pokemon for the 3rd time now. Seriously, just give it up, Canari. Ivore is next in, and after a somewhat slow start against the Heracross, who can survive Luminee's quad-effective Air Slash, the rest of his Pokemon are picked apart by Lucamine, one by one, getting us to the next round. Corbeau is our last opponent, standing in my way, so Scarlet can deal with his Arbok with the Psychic, Fangs can Wild Charge his way through the Gyarados, the Hulk then punches his way through the Roserade, and then finally, Tida can 1v1 the Scolipede, coming out on top. Before we can actually take on Jacinthe, Zygarde rudely interrupts the event, so I have Lucamine come in and teach the dog, well technically it's a snake now, a lesson on manners. Right, we can finally have a promotion match. Here we go, Tic Tac vs Jacinthe. Should be a pretty good match. Okay, here we go. I love this theme by the way, I really do love this theme. I'm gonna start off by Mega Evolving, I think, and just like Iron Heading this Carbink. I think that's what I want to do. Titan, Mega Evolve, Iron Head the Carbink, and get this over and done with. Alright, let's go. Big Mega Evolution. There she is. A total monster. Alright, Iron Head. Stealth Rocks is absolutely fine. We just get out of them for a second. More While. Okay, I wasn't expecting More While, but that's fine. Fire Punch. Iron Head. Bam. Oh my goodness. A couple of big hits from Titan, and Jacinthe's already on the ropes. Gardevoir, this is Ironhead. Ironhead, and then see you later. Can't mind, what a waste of a move. Thank you very much. Alright, Titan, you need to calm down, buddy. Aurorus, oh my goodness. Ironhead and dead. Bear, oh, she protected. Okay, what about this? Protect this. Okay, protect this then. Alright. That actually took a bit more than expected, but that's okay. There it is, the Mega Clefable, which I shall be doing to my one as soon as we win this battle. Alright, Rock Slide. Protected, obviously. Alright, you know what? Actually, you come in. Fangs, come in. Mystical Fire, that's fine. I want you Wild Charge this thing. How much is this going to do? Big damage. Okay, probably about too big. Let's go. Ice Punch. Bam. Alright, the Hulk finishes it off. Well, Jacinthe, you did try your best. And there we go. We are now officially rank B. The next day, we have another strategy meeting with more Megas to calm down. But before we do that, I do want to do a couple of things first. Alright, so we're on the rooftop right next to Wild Zone 18. And there's actually 2 green shinies we can hunt here. The first one are the Noivern and the Noibats that should be there that are not there. I'm not sure where they are. And then the second lot is the Bagon and the Salamence. Now, to be honest, I don't want the Alpha Salamence because he's actually over the level cap entirely for the rest of the run, so it'd be useless. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sitting on this bench over and over again, and then eventually we should get ourselves a green dragon. Preferably the Bagon, but I'll take a Noivern. I don't really want both. So we'll see how we go, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, we had some success. Let me just show you. If we look down here, you can see a Swablu that shouldn't be there. Okay. A Bagon that's right. Where is the green one? I swear there is a green one somewhere. I promise. Oh, there it is. There's the green one. Okay, can I hide in time? Have I hidden? Oh, definitely have not hidden. Alright, well, you know what? Pokeball. Take that to the face. Didn't work? Alright, take another one. Oh, we got it! That was not meant to work! How did that even work? With the green little dragon added to the team, I wasted no time and I evolved Yoshi all the way to a mighty Salamence. Okay, I think it's time we take on the Rogue Megas. I start with Mega Dragonite, and this poor guy was bullied the entire fight by Lucamine's Ice Beams and her Fairy moves. After some time, Dragonite is defeated and we can move on to the next one. Mega Tyranitar now needs to be beaten up, so who better to do that than my newly arrived Mega Scraggy. I actually love how she looks in her Mega form, especially shiny. Betty does actually come in to finish the job, but Paramore did play her part. Last is the Mega Starmie, but Mr. Philippe's in the way, so we gotta deal with him first. Erica takes the lead and can 1v1 the Steelix with Magical Leaves and Giga Drains, eliminating the Metal Snake. Next is Scizor, so Yoshi can make her debut and Mega Evolve for the first time in this run. Scizor does protect against the Fire Fang, but we just go for a Thunder Fang, and then we take one last chomp at the Metal Bug with a Fire Fang to take it out. Aggron drops in now, so Paramore shows that who's boss with a Brick Break, followed up with a Dynamic Punch, crushing Titan's clone. Last is Iskamari, who does Mega Evolve, but Yoshi can come back in and start taking some elemental chomps on the Mega Evolved bird before it's had enough and faints from battle. Finally, we take in the Mega Starmie, and I personally like the design in a chaotic kind of way. Regardless, this is pretty much a free fight for Betty, as our goat obliterates the giant starfish with her grass moves, securing the win over the final Rogue Mega. We return to the hotel, and it is here that we find out about our last promotion match challenger, Gisham. Although he seems to be a mystery, so we decide to seek Emma for some clues. Oh, we gotta fight first. Let's make this quick. Betty can take out the Ampharos, the Hulk then deals with the Lopunny, Betty's back in to destroy the Mawile, now it's the Hulk again to punch through the Lucario, and then finally, Titan can crush the newly Mega Evolved Malamar. As usual, another fight that was a waste of my time. Emma then tells us to seek out Mabel, so we pay her a visit at the office, although perhaps now was a bad time. Mabel then tells us about her past with Team Flare and that we can actually find Gisham at the coffee cart that we visit all the time. We arrive at the coffee cart and we indeed find Gisham, who does look rather menacing all of a sudden. Anyways, he wants to talk to me about something first, so I agree to meet them both at Lissandro's cafe. Once there, Grizel can't control herself and we end up needing to battle her. I'm going to burn you to the ground. there won't be enough of you left to fight at the ZA Royale. Those are some pretty strong words, but I doubt you're going to be able to back them up. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go take on Grizel from Team Flare. Okay, Talent Flame is exactly what I wanted to see because I've got Titan at the front and I'm going to drop some rocks on this bird and yes, send it to its grave. Let's go. Quick attack, oh my goodness, exactly what I wanted to see. And then the Talent Flame is gone. One hit. Okay, camera up is a little bit scary. Let's just go for another rock slide. How much is this going to do? Protect. Alright, I'm going to bring Electros. Let's go for a liquidation. Oh, Earthquake's going to hurt. Does this one-shot at least? Okay, well, at least we get the one-shot. Who's in next? Aerodactyl. Oh, you know what? I think this is Titan territory again. Let's bring Titan in. Perfect. Stone Edge. Let's go for a rock slide. Rock slide, please. Perfect. All right, let's go for the Ice Punch. Bam. Okay, we eliminated him. Who's next? Metagross. Paramore. Paramore is perfect. Psycho Cut. We're immune. Let's go for the Crunch. Oh, you know what? Why not Mega Evolve? Why not Mega Evolve? Paramore looks so cool, Mega Evolve shiny. I didn't know that it was blue or purple, whatever color it is. That's kind of, oh, that's definitely purple. All right, let's go for Brick Break. Let's go for a Dig. Ice Punch is fine. Oh, okay, it's not fine because we're frozen solid. Can you come out? Well, this is awkward. Thank you. Crunch. Alright, we got rid of it. I know her last Pokemon's going to be the Pyro, so I'm going to bring in my Salamence. You know what? The one thing about Mega Pyro, whether it's male or female, the Mega looks the same. It would have been so cool if they had different Megas for each, different looks. Alright, go for the Zen Headbutt, I think. Okay, go for the Dragon Claw then. Ouch. You know what? My champ, come in. You took way too much damage. Let's go for a plus Brick Break. How much is this doing? Oh my goodness! How much is it doing? It's doing all of it! Oh, good try. This is ridiculous. After the battle, Gisham then tells me about the ultimate weapon that AZ made and blames him for Lysandre wanting to cull half the population. He then opens up the secret door with the most original password of all time, Open Sesame. We make our way through the lab until we reach the deepest part where we learn the truth about the ultimate weapon and AZ's past, which is pretty bad to be fair. Back at the hotel, AZ then confesses everything to us and we kinda just accept it because he gives us some free accommodation at the start of the game. Whatever. Let's just go take on Gisham. Alright, Gisham, show me what you got, buddy. The time has come, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our promotion to rank A. Alright, Gisham is actually a pretty decent fight, but I should be okay. I've got Lusamine at the front, so he's going to protect for sure, which means I'll probably go for like an Ice Beam or something that I don't care about. Let him protect, and then hit him with a Dazzling Gleam. Let's see. Bam, expected. Alright, let's Dazzling Gleam. Crunch is fine, and we one-shot it. Nice. Who's next? Malama. You know what? I think I'll stay in. Let's go for a Draining Kiss. Hypnosis is annoying, but we'll just go for a Dazzling... Oh, it survives a Dazzling Gleam. Let's Moonlight. Heal up a bit. Thank you. And we'll go for one more Dazzling Gleam. Not Dazzling Gleam, Draining Kiss. Nice. Malama's gone. Who's next? Pyro. For Pyro, I might switch, actually. I'll bring in... You know what? I'll bring in the Hulk. The Hulk... Do you one-shot this thing or what? You don't. Alright, Bulldoze, though. Bam. Alright, who's next? Salamence. You know what? Lusamine can come back in for Salamence. Aerial Ace is fine. Let's go Draining Kiss. Earthquake is fine. Let's go for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, let's Moonlight now because we are getting very low. Okay. I should have Ice Beam. What am I doing? Why didn't I Ice Beam from the beginning? Tita. You know what? Paramore, come in. Bam. You know what? Even more so, why haven't I used my Mega Evolutions? Why haven't I Mega Evolved anyone? I'm so stupid. Alright, Mega Evolve Paramore. This is Brick Break and it's dead for sure. Surely it doesn't survive a Brick Break. Let's go. Brick Break. Bam. Oh my goodness, I've got very little health left. I Mega Evolved a bit late. Mega Charizard X. How favored is Charizard? It gets 2 moves. Alright, 2 Mega Evolutions. Let's go for the Dig. Oh my goodness, we outsmarted it. Let's go for a crunch. Let's go for a brick break. Oh my goodness. Paramore actually 1v1. I actually expected it to be a bit more of a challenge. Well, there you go. Paramore is just too strong. Yeah, clap your hands. I'm the best. And finally, after all this time, we are now rank A, the cream of the crop in the Battle Royale. Later that night, the prison tower has lost control and it's overflowing with energy. So we make our way to the base of the tower, and Tawny wants to battle me to see who can rightfully use the Mega Floette and save the city. So we take her on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the final battle of the run. Well, the final Pokemon battle, I should say. Tawny from Team MZ. Let's go. Meowstic is fine. I'm just going to Mega Evolve Paramore right off the rip, right? And we're just going to start bulldozing our way through the team. Mega Evolve. Well, maybe not Bulldoze. I don't actually have Bulldoze on Paramore, but you know what I mean. Plow through her team. Here he is. We're going to... Okay, Light Screen. Go for the other one. Reflect. All right, now Brick Break this, and then Crunch it, because you're an idiot. Ha! What a waste of setting up those screens. Goodra. Okay, this thing's going to Toxic me, isn't it? That's fine. Ice Punch. We'll go Crunch. I don't like being toxic. I'm going to bring Clefable in. Oh, this is perfect. Clefable, Mystical Fire this thing away. Protects. Okay, let's... why'd I go for Moonlight? I thought that was... Ouch. Let's go Draining Kiss. Beautiful. We'll go for a Dazzling Gleam. And the Slab of Ice is eliminated. Alright, who do we have next? Embor. You know what? Let's bring in Titan. Ooh, Bulk Up is a little bit scary. Let's go for a Bulldoze. Flare Blitz is okay. We'll go Rock Slide. Bam. Okay, we'll go Crunch. That's not going to do much. Bulldoze. Can we 1v1 this? Oh, Ice Punch. Bam. Oh, that was close. Manectric. That's absolutely fine. Let's bring back in Clefable, actually. We're going to... Is it waiting to protect? I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire. Now we're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, protects this time. That's alright. We'll go for a Draining Kiss. Moonlight, I guess. Why not? Sweet. Go Dazzling Gleam. Bam. Draining Kiss. Bam. Mystical Fire. And... okay, it survived it. You know what? That's fine. I can do one more Draining Kiss. Give me some health back. And you're gone. Meganium. I have a soft spot for Meganium. I used it for my first playthrough. But even so, you've got to die, buddy. So let's bring in Erica, because this thing is going to absolutely run amok. We go Poison Jab. Oh my goodness, we just almost one-shot it with a Poison Jab. But that is that. We get the win, and Tawny has been defeated. Look at that fake smile, ladies and gentlemen. She's not happy. After embarrassing Tawny, she still refuses to take the L, and then just decides to go with a Floette to the tower, all while live streaming the event. And of course, everything goes wrong and the tower loses control, sprouting vines everywhere and causing Pokemon all over to Mega Evolve. So, as usual, the heavy lifting is with me, and we must make our way towards the tower and meet up with Zygarde. Along the way, we do need to defeat some Mega Evolve Pokemon, and along with the help of some familiar faces, we can get through all the Mega Pokemon we face without too much hassle at all. Eventually, we make it to the end, and we can meet up with Zygarde. It then starts absorbing all the cells that Lysandro's collected, and even the one that has been randomly traveling with me this whole time, revealing its true form, Zygarde 100%, which is basically a superhero. The final battle is now upon us, and while Lusamine makes this fight pretty underwhelming, as she can just land some big hits to the weeds and heal with Draining Kisses and Moonlights whenever needed. After they're both defeated, Zygarde takes things into his own hands, landing a massive super move on the Ange Floette. We do this 2 more times before eventually the Mega Evolved Zygarde can hit the tower with a devastating blow, ultimately saving the city from being completely destroyed. So yeah, you're welcome, citizens of Lumio City. And with that, that is the end of the game, so I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.